So this is the door that leads to the nook, where I've been doing all the baby gates and the stairwell covering and whatever else I get up to. So I wanted a half door here so that I could basically use the door as a baby gate when Ivory arrives, or shut it if we want some privacy or if I want privacy in my office. So I just put these two, well, first I added the two extra hinges. This door only had two hinges, one at the top and one at the bottom. So I added these two and I put the two pieces of trim on there, and then I just cut out the space in between with a Sawzall. So I'm gonna put a countertop on this bottom half, mimicking the doors I'm used to from preschool. I'll put a 1x6 countertop right here, and then I'll just put some more trim on the bottom of this door to close it in. And I'll have a little pin so they can stick together and function as a singular door again. Whee! Hey boys, check out the new built-in nightstands. It's basically just a big polished wood countertop with big ornate brass supports. These brass supports were like 35 bucks a piece. And I've only got two because this little plumbing door here needs to be able to open. Oh God, chaos. Now, so yeah, we can handle one 20-foot board at a time. We are finally getting around to fixing this door. It looks like French doors, but it's not really. It looks like it could have been French doors, but this is actually just a solid panel with no hinges and one big window. The other door was like that, but it got smashed out when somebody broke into the house. Ooh, I cut myself. So I'm reinforcing the space in between. Basically gonna build a support column in between these doors. See, there's a gap there? I got a slightly smaller door so I could do this. And then this door will hang, it's a very heavy door. It's gonna hang off the column that I put here. This will just become, well, it'll remain a window. So my 2x6 support is glued and screwed in. And now I'm putting a 2x4 perpendicular. And that is going to be the surface upon which my door hinges will mount. Yeah. It's working out. All right, baby. I didn't leave myself enough room, so I had to put my hinges at a quarter open, which doesn't matter at all. I'll cover it with trim. Cover it with trim! Nice. It's been a week. The snow and ice is gone. And the farm is slowly thawing out. It's such a beautiful place at night, when the ghostly fog rolls in off the creek. You see the warm windows of the house, no matter how far you get away from it. You can hear the water running down below. The creek's really heavy right now with all the snow melt. How could I ever want to be any place other than this?
Ooh, there's frost on the ground.
Thanks to the new back door, we have a visitor. His first time in the house. What do you think, baby boy? It turned out to be a blessing in disguise that he and Lily never actually interacted physically with one another, since she did end up with FIP. So we're very thankful that baby boy was not exposed. And I guess he's gonna become a regular visitor to the house now.
You still have a job to do, though.
Got the wood stove in. Look at this cool wood stove. How slick. This is the base of Lily's monument. Got a truck tire that's held in with rebar, jammed into the ground. That one back there is in 4 feet. That's its own thing. Not sure what it is, but I like the way it looks. This is an old chimney flue wrapped in copper line. And then I've got rebar running down the length of the flue, through the tire, into the ground. The tire is filled with rocks, but I do need to come back and finish it. But for now, I mortared in all the cracks in the flue, filled the flue with concrete, capped it with this stainless steel bowl that has a black gem with a little L for Lily. So when the concrete completely dries around those screws, the lower half will be well done for now. Like I said, I still need to come back and fill these things in. I can do that anytime. But this portion, the pedestal, will be done and I can fit the top on. Here it is with the top on. That's the solar light, which shines through under here. And there will be a more or less life-size statue of Lily right there in the middle. The left hand of grace. Something that needs to be done. This is the wall that Grandpa built out here to guard the air conditioner. And as you can see, the bricks deteriorated really poorly all the way across. And there's a lot of separation. And I'm worried that this wall is just gonna fall away. So we need to build a bonding beam, which is essentially a piece of iron pipe that lays across this entire top of the wall and it anchors in at both ends. And then we put forms along the sides and we pour like a 3 to 4 inch concrete pad on top of this. And then while that concrete's drying, we use a bunch of cool rocks that we gathered from the creek and we tap them in with a little hammer, or all of us tapping in with many little hammers, and we make a natural gravel mosaic across the top, and then we let it dry. What do you think? Did I mention that the wood stove is in and functional? So I left that part of the brick exposed because I like to see the brick. This is the other side of the chimney. There's the chimney. There's where it connects to the wood stove. So rather than cover this up with drywall or hardy backer or something like that, I'm just gonna do a rock mosaic or tile, or rock and tile. A lot of things, whatever I can mosaic in there. So I put this little rock to begin. That was from our wedding. And this brick I bought at a secondhand store, United Brick and Tile Division. This house is actually a United Kit house. So, I mean, it's not the same state, but it's the same company. Feels fitting. And that was actually just exposed studs in the wall, and I'm wrapping them in foil tape just to help, you know, protect them from the heat that soaks out from the brick. Addendum, not that I'm worried about these catching fire. They are not going to catch fire. What I'm worried about is heating and cooling cycles. A normal house goes through heating and cooling cycles, but obviously this brick is gonna go much, much hotter, therefore having a much larger change in temperature over the course of those heating and cooling cycles, and that can weaken wood over time. So I'm just gonna try to mitigate that as much as possible. So for example, to do a vertical bonding beam, which there's a few places I wanna do this, we would just drive a T-post down into the ground alongside this wall, and then take one of those round cardboard concrete forms that you can buy for pylons, cut it in half, caulk it up against the brick with the T-post running down through the hollow portion, and then we pour concrete beam. Do that on one or multiple sides of that, and then little quarter round portions on this side of the wall over here. So 4 up to potentially 5 T-posts, but for sure 4, supporting those with poured concrete around them. I wonder. Corey and I are checking out this new diner in Westville, Odd Mods. It's right downtown on the strip. Look at this place. It is enormous. They've got a stage for live music, huge mural on the wall over here, 1,000 tables, and a cool view of Main Street, Westville. All right. John Pruner, I know I'm always telling you to move to Westville and open a shop. If you want to do that, buddy, there's an auto parts place, needs somebody running it. We can knock that window out, make it a garage. How cool this place is. Way bigger than I thought.
90.9 KLIC, Tasha Layton, never on this Sunday.
Does one of my friends want to buy the 2-screen movie theater downtown? It's for sale. We could just show nothing but Jodorowsky movies all day. And you can live upstairs. Oh, hey, good looking. There we are. Standing height drafting table in my office nook. Over the stairwell.